Hi, welcome to FUT-IQ. I'm Diego. Today I want to talk about the World Cup, obviously, and the overview so far. And honestly, it's been a roller coaster of an emotion, of like a ride. I don't even know where to even start. Obviously, you guys know for the round of 16, Morocco passed through. They beat Canada 3-0, and now they're facing France. France that had a rough or a complicated game, a physical game against Paraguay, and they barely won 1-0. So that's the quarterfinals. And then today we have Belgium versus US. And depending on when you guys are watching this, whether it's after or before the game, it's going to be a very interesting game right there. Spain is already through. They beat Portugal 1-0. Merino coming in at minute 91, he scores. And honestly, I thought this was going to go to overtime, and I thought that it was split even, in my opinion. And Spain won. They looked a lot better, and it's kind of sad. Vitinha doesn't look like the Vitinha at PSG, nor does João Neves or Bruno Fernandes at Man U. And well, you can't really criticize CR7, in my opinion. Just very sad, an end of an era. Without trying to get emotional, it's kind of crazy. We grew up with these guys. Put aside the team you support. I've talked about this in my previous videos. It's an end of an era. Seeing Neymar out too against Norway yesterday. They lost 2-1. Haaland is an absolute baller. He's insane, and honestly, just beautiful finishes. But that puts Brazil in a sticky situation. Maybe Ancelotti leaves, who knows. He did sign until next World Cup, and apparently it's Neymar's last World Cup as well. And obviously with today's defeat for Portugal, it's the same for Ronaldo. And yesterday as well, Mexico lost in Mexico City, a devastating 3-2. It is what it is, right? And well, Ochoa as well retires, not just from the national team, but in general with football. So it's kind of a bittersweet moment, I guess, in the way of having these great games, fantastic entertainment, and also just the fact that these players that we grew up watching are slowly ending their careers, so little by little, playing their last games of their career, not just for their country, but just overall. And the games that are up next are absolute insane games. If you bet, oh boy, this tournament has been terrible for that, because it's been very inconsistent, and I'm a witness of it. I'm not gonna lie, but like I said, we have France-Morocco on Thursday, and then on Friday we have Spain versus potentially Belgium-USA. Regardless, it's gonna be an entertaining game for sure, without a doubt. Even though Spain has looked really good. Same with France, and as well as Morocco. And then also Norway versus England is going to be a really good game. I see this being a very physical game as well, with potentially Colombia, Argentina. It's going to be very interesting. Argentina need to win tomorrow against Egypt, and as well for Colombia beating Switzerland. That's going to be a complicated game for them. But they do have the talent, they do have the passion, and I do see them taking the victory and facing potentially Argentina. It would be kind of absurd if Argentina loses, but as we all know, they've had kind of an easy route, whether you're Argentinian or not. It hasn't been too complicated, but they did struggle against Capo Verde, or Capo Verde. I don't know how you pronounce it in English. Excuse me for that, but honestly, yeah, it's just I'm not gonna say there's any biased stuff, but kind of, but I don't want to get into it. People have their own opinion, and they'll stick with it, so I'm not here to change opinions on that. But it's very, very insane seeing the goal leaders in of this World Cup. Haaland, Mbappe, and Messi being tied with 7 goals. That's absolutely insane. Especially Haaland scoring in every World Cup match he's played in. It's just, that guy is breaking records. At this point, he might be breaking all the records. And then for assists, we have Michael Olise with 5, Brahim Diaz putting in the work with 4, and they could still get more. But unfortunately for Bruno Guimaraes, who missed the PK, bro. Vini should have taken it, and it would have been maybe a different story, potentially, yes. But now he won't be able to assist anymore, and he stays with 4. So we'll see what happens. Either Michael Olise or Brahim Diaz will be ending up getting more, unless another player balls out at the end of the World Cup. But like I said, this World Cup has been very inconsistent. A lot of upsets and a lot of also great games, you know, where the underdog wins. Yesterday, that wasn't the case. In my opinion, Mexico was the underdog, and they didn't get the victory at home. And I'm gonna talk about it in my next video in the Spanish version if you guys want to watch that. But a little just about it in English, I guess, is just very unfortunate. They gave it their all. They couldn't, you know, take advantage of the opportunity of having one man more, and then very defensive. Tuchel did a great job tactically, and Mexico lacked quality and inconsistent, and they look a little bit tired too as well. It wasn't good enough, and they couldn't get the draw. And Spain as well, I mean, they looked really good. They're gonna be one of the candidates, and they have been for the World Cup, as well as France, and obviously England. If they win this game, they're gonna have a really good semifinal, and they got a good chance to potentially play a final. But they're gonna have to play against FIFA and Argentina. If Argentina goes through and beat either Colombia or Switzerland, then that's gonna be a tight, interesting game. But I do see France going through all the way to the final or semifinal, and see what happens there against Spain. But Morocco has also been playing really good. But so it's just really tight, man. I don't know. These games are gonna just get harder and harder, and hopefully we just get the best football, and you know, the VAR situation needs to, you know, get a lot better. And I don't know. It just is a sticky situation. Some cards, I mean, some fouls are marked, some aren't, some are red, some are. The Balo going situation for the match today is absolutely insane. It hasn't happened since like in the 60s or something like that. So I don't know, it's just a lot of crazy stuff throughout the World Cup, but it's been very, very, very amazing being able to, you know, see your country participate and see other great games as well. But we'll see how it ends. Comment down below what you guys think about the World Cup. What did you guys think about yesterday's games or today's games? What are your guys' score predictions for tomorrow's games? I'll read it down below. Please like, subscribe, follow us on all our social media platforms, and stay tuned for our next video.